all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation over the past 45 years. We've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products, and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
Hello, it's Tuesday, the 15th of September 2020. Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6 with me, Bernice Abu Baidoo Lansah. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi, affiliates across the country and worldwide at myjoyonline.com. Now, 8 new COVID-19 related deaths and 167 more cases recorded over 3 days. COVID is real. Wear your mask and stay safe. Coming up this morning, Electoral Commission justifies 100,000 CD filing fee for persons seeking to contest the presidential elections.
It's important to look at the value of 50,000 in 2016, then compared to 50,000 in 2020. Then you notice that the Commission hasn't increased it that much.
We hear from some opposition parties kicking against the cost, and hear from Deputy General Secretary of the governing party who is asking the opposing parties to withdraw from the contest if they can't afford the fees.
If you can't raise money to file as a presidential candidate, so be it. If you can't raise money to file as a parliamentary candidate, so be it.
Details in a moment. Also, ECOWAS leaders arrive in Ghana this morning as they seek solutions to the political crisis in Mali.
The consultative meeting being convened by the chair of the authority at Pedwasi is part of the mediation effort to return Mali to constitutional rule.
And later in business, Communication Minister warns of taking action against telcos that refuse to adjust their tariffs to reflect the new talk tax.
Also, Oforipeni Senior High School in Kwetia Presby Senior High School and Ebri Presby Senior High Technical School qualified to the 1/8 stage of the National Science and Maths Quiz. This is your election headquarters, and the Electoral Commission has justified 100,000 CD filing fee for persons seeking to contest the presidential elections. The fee is twice what was demanded in the last election in 2016. Bosman Asare is deputy chairperson at the commission.
Every 4 years, we adjust prices as far as the nomination fees are adjusted. Every 4 years. So 2012 presidential was almost 10,000. 2016 it came to 50,000. Then 2020 is now 100,000. And those of you who know the value of money in each particular year, it's important to look at the value of 50,000 in 2016, then compared to 50,000 in 2020. Then you notice that the Commission hasn't increased it that much.
Well, General Secretary of the Progressive People's Party, Parko Akun, has accused the EC of being insensitive.
We are shocked. We are disappointed, considering the fact that we are not in normal times. We know about how people have lost their jobs, how difficult it is for many people, and we all know the general condition we all find ourselves in.
Well, General Secretary of the Convention People's Party, Nanaya Jantwa, wants the EC to explain how it arrived at the 100,000 CD filing fee.
You can't just say that because it's 4 years down the line, it has to go up by 100%. There should be a reason why it's going up by 100%. Maybe there's some secretarial things, maybe some logistical things.
Meanwhile, Deputy General Secretary of the governing NPP, Nano Bribuahin, is asking political parties that can't afford the fee to withdraw from the contest.
The EC is an autonomous body. And the EC says that, look, if you want to print the form and then you want to submit it, pay this. That is all. The position is that if you can't raise money to file as a presidential candidate. So be it. If you can't raise money to file as a parliamentary candidate, so be it. You get out, and those who are the resources will go ahead.
Still with the Electoral Commission, Member of Parliament for Ashaman Ernest Nogbe has welcomed a decision by a High Court to compel the Electoral Commission to provide him with information on how it contracted its IT and procurement consultants. In July this year, the court ordered the EC to release the information for the benefit of Mr. Nogbe, but the Commission filed a stay of execution in the case. The MP filed a motion opposing it, leading to the court ruling in his favor. Speaking to Joy News, the Ashaman legislator said the ruling is a victory for the rule of law.
Today we were in court, and fortunately, upon the argument from both counsels and upon the consideration of the various processes filed, the court held that the application for stay of execution and all suspension of the judgment lacked merit and dismissed same.
Member of Parliament for Ashaman Ernest Nogbe, there now Executive Director for the Center for Democratic Development, Professor Henry Kwesi Prempeh, has called on security agencies to adopt and enforce a zero-tolerance policy towards acts of violence perpetrated by groups affiliated to political parties. Addressing the annual conference of the Ghana Bar Association, Professor Prempeh also asked the security services to work towards changing the widely held perception that they are under the control of governments in power.
So than the EC, the police and other security agencies too face inherent suspicion of incumbent bias, as their leadership and operational command are widely perceived as being more directly under the control of the appointing political party principals, including in matters of operational deployment. Security agencies must work hard to overcome these suspicions and perception by not acting with an unnecessarily intimidating warrior posture.
Professor Prempeh is also unhappy with what he describes as reckless partisan journalists in the media.
The growing number of overtly partisan FM stations owned and controlled by known political party figures is a particular source of concern in this regard and requires, in the medium term at least, a rethink of national policy and regulation on media ownership.
You heard the Executive Director with the CDD, Professor Henry Kwesi Prempeh. Now away from elections. Today, my colleague Justice Baidoo brings you the story of a fort built over 300 years ago where a Ghanaian king was beheaded 2 centuries ago.
A 15th century monument with stories largely untold. This is the Fort St. Bartenstein in Butwe in the Western region. It was here in 1838 that a Ghanaian king, known for his brutal stand against the slave trade, was killed in cold blood.
Anytime we come here, we feel like this is the home of our ancestors.
After the Dutch, who colonized the west coast of Ghana at the time, failed to respect a 200-year bond they had signed with the Ahanta people to end the buying of slaves, Baidoo Bonso led a brutal onslaught against them, killing hundreds of Dutch officers, including then Governor Hendrik Tony Boja. Ahanta oral traditions say Baidoo Bonso's own sub-chiefs gave him up for execution after they had been bribed by the Dutch. Stephen Kenya is a direct descendant of Baidoo Bonso. Today, he is the assemblyman for this community and seeks to let the story heard.
Here was the center where the plot to capture Otumfuo was initiated, and here was the center where he was captured.
Justice Baidoo with that report. And President Akufo-Addo is this morning chairing a consultative meeting of ECOWAS leaders as part of efforts to resolve the political crisis in Mali. On 18th August 2020, elements of the Malian armed forces began a mutiny. The soldiers detained several government officials, including the President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, who resigned and dissolved the government. The meeting today is expected to chart the way forward. Foreign Affairs Minister Shelia Yokubutri, ahead of the meeting, said it will be held to prefer confidence conflict resolution strategies in accordance with relevant protocols to bring an end to the political crisis. And to National Science and Maths quiz now. For a paying school narrowly escaped defeat after beating Presby SHS Abetifi with only 1 point as Ebuakwa State College placed third in the contest. Underdogs in Kwetia Presby Senior High School beat St. Martin's and Adontin Senior High School to progress in the competition. Here is an Inkwetia Presby SHS contestant saying they thought they had no chance of progressing in the